Matthew 24:44. For this reason you must also be ready, for the Son of Man is coming at an hour when you do not think he will. Here we have some more words of evidence that Jesus' words here in the Olivet Discourse are speaking of both phases of his return, the rapture of the church and his glorious appearing. Just as the Old Testament saint could not imagine two comings of Messiah, it has been a bit of a mystery to the New Testament saints that his second coming would be in two phases. Matthew 24:44 again is speaking of the rapture of the church because it will happen suddenly and without warning. For example, if the abomination of desolation had to happen before the rapture, then we would know that he is not coming for us today. Since the temple has not been rebuilt or desecrated, and since Jesus says he is coming at an unexpected time, then it is safe to assume that an hour when you do not think he will come applies to the rapture and not the glorious appearing. Matthew 24:36. But of that day and hour no one knows, not even the angels of heaven nor the Son, but the Father alone. For the coming of the Son of Man will be just like the days of Noah. For as in those days before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage until the day that Noah entered the ark, and they did not understand until the flood came and took them all away. So will the coming of the Son of Man be. Then there will be two men in the field, one will be taken, and one will be left. Two women will be grinding at the mill, one will be taken, and one will be left. No one knows just when Jesus will come again, but we do have some insights into the condition of the world when he does return. It will be like the days of Noah, where people were going about their lives with no thought of coming judgment. As soon as someone tells you that they know when Jesus is coming, you can mark that person as either a liar or, even more likely, as someone looking to make money by selling a book or something. 2 Timothy 3:1, but realize this, that in the last days difficult times will come, for men will be lovers of self, lovers of money, boastful, arrogant, revilers, disobedient to parents, ungrateful, unholy, unloving, irreconcilable, malicious gossips, without self-control, brutal, haters of good, treacherous, reckless, conceited, lovers of pleasure rather than lovers of God, holding to a form of godliness, although they have denied its power. Avoid such men as these. 2 Peter 3:3, know this first of all, that in the last days mockers will come with their mocking, following after their own lusts, and saying, where is the promise of his coming? For ever since the fathers fell asleep, all continues just as it was from the beginning of the creation. The scriptures do not contain the word rapture. The word rapture comes from the Latin rapto, which literally means abduct. So why did we say rapture when the scriptures never mention the word? I could describe grass, bases, bats, balls, players, umpires, dugouts, etc. Or I could just say baseball game, and you get the picture immediately. The same is true of rapture. It gives us a method to communicate numerous details about the hope of the church with just one word. 1 Thessalonians 4:13, but we do not want you to be uninformed, brethren, about those who are asleep, so that you will not grieve as do the rest who have no hope. For if we believe that Jesus died and rose again, even so God will bring with him those who have fallen asleep in Jesus. For this we say to you by the word of the Lord, that we who are alive and remain until the coming of the Lord will not precede those who have fallen asleep. For the Lord himself will descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of the archangel, and with the trumpet of God, and the dead in Christ will rise first. Then we who are alive and remain will be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air, and so we shall always be with the Lord. Therefore, comfort one another with these words. Points to ponder. It has been a bit of a mystery to New Testament saints that the second coming of Jesus would be in two phases. The rapture of the church will happen suddenly and without warning. No one knows just when Jesus will come again, but we do have some insights into the conditions in the world when he does return. This class, and indeed the entire school, is dedicated to helping others see that God is bigger than we think and better than we know. To get to the next video, make a note of the class number for this recording, then search for the next one. Here is a sample. If this video is number L01.1, then the next one is L01.2. And remember to like and subscribe on YouTube and follow on Rumble.